Generation ago, a regular 9-to-5 job could easily buy you a comfortable family home.
Today? You know as well as I do, most young adults can't even scrape together the down payment.
So, what exactly changed? Let's dive right into this explainer and crack the case on this housing crisis.
First off, housing prices didn't just creep up, they absolutely exploded, leaving average wages in the dust. That's our first big culprit right there. A massive, undeniable gap between stagnant paychecks and skyrocketing home costs.
But hey, it's not just about your income. The literal supply of houses simply couldn't keep up. Thanks to population growth, buyer demand skyrocketed, but builders were dragging their feet on new homes.
Throw in insanely strict zoning laws and skyrocketing material costs, and you've got a total bottleneck for construction.
Then, a completely different force poured gasoline right on the fire, an era of incredibly cheap money.
For years, rock-bottom interest rates meant everyday buyers could suddenly borrow way more money from the bank.
Armed with all that cheap debt, buyers placed crazy high bids, which artificially inflated home values everywhere.
And it wasn't just families buying either. A massive wave of aggressive investors totally changed the landscape.
Homes morphed into lucrative investment assets, forcing first-time buyers into brutal bidding wars over a tiny supply.
Which begs a pretty frustrating question. Is a house actually a place to live, or just a financial asset?
Here's the real mystery of this whole housing crisis. There wasn't just one single villain to blame.
Instead, multiple powerful economic forces all violently pushed in the exact same direction at the exact same time. Supply, demand, local policy, and cheap money literally collided to crush affordability for an entire generation.
With these twisted economic incentives now so deeply entrenched, how will we ever afford to build our future?